lot of bullshit going on down here.
No bullshit.
Share, share, share. You know how we do it around these parts. Hit that share button, hit that like button, and get ready for some real no bullshit.
That didn't make any sense.
It never does. Just hit the damn share button. Share, share, share.
Let's just do breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
No bullshit.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome to another episode of NBN News. You know what I'm going to tell you. Share, share, and share some more. And then get ready to listen, because we're about to have a good time.
What about subscribing?
Oh, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're following the page, follow the page. Like the page.
And whose show is this?
This is Charlie LeDuff, No Bullshit News Hour.
And friends. Hey,
And
Karen,
friends.
is anybody doing stars and stuff?
I haven't seen any stars in a couple weeks, but we still, you know.
No, I mean, are
sharing.
people saying hi and stuff? Can call their names out. Call their names out.
All right, we've got Don Moore. He said it's time to fix the you know what.
Go ahead, Red. You go
Minnie
like, good morning, Don.
Minnie
Good morning,
Nelson says no, with Shonda Rice, and she's on every Friday. Stephen Whiting,
Hi,
Kenneth
LaShonda.
Reed, Ruby Street, Bev Morton, Don Moore, and he's always a big fan and supporter of Red.
Yes. What's up,
people are
Don?
lining up,
Donnie.
and they said, oh, hi, Mark. Don't forget about Mark.
Hi.
So Metro Detroit Crime Report is lined up already as they are every week. So the gang's all here.
What's the crime? Tell you the crime.
So much.
Breaking news.
Hold on, we gotta say hi to Bill and Patty P is not on yet, but they have been diligently on supporters, listeners since day one. So Beth McCarr, Tom, Harold, everybody's lining up. So let's
What
go.
about Dick?
Not yet.
Tom, Dick, and Harold. Hey, Tom and Harold, come on, Dick. Karen's waiting around for some Dick.
Oh, look on her face. Yikes.
Holy crap, she turned white with embarrassment. What? Jeez.
Charlie,
What's
Charlie,
that shirt
Charlie.
say? Detroiters are prudish. God damn. What?
Detroit-ish.
All right, let's start over. We'll
Detroit-ish.
fix that in post.
No, we won't.
Please do.
I got breaking news.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Exclusively from the No Bullshit News Hour. American Coney Island in downtown Detroit to be named the best Coney dog in Detroit in the upcoming edition of the Metro Times, the Thanksgiving edition. Metro Times doesn't want that out, but it's out. Way to go,
Well done.
American Coney Island. Red, some applause, please. Get off the phone.
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you looking at?
I'm not,
He's
I'm reading
subscribing.
some notes.
He's sharing.
Yeah.
No, he's got an advanced copy of the Detroit Metro Times. Again, I mean, how many times do you need to be told that you want the original, you want the tasty, you want the clean, you want the down homey? You go to Michigan Avenue in Lafayette.
I just had one for breakfast.
And
Great.
lunch and dinner. If I
All
don't
day.
see you, have one for lunch and dinner.
I've never had one before.
What?
Oh, wait. No, I usually have
Mark,
about
we've
10.
seen you eat them on camera, so.
All right, breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Come on, hit it. Inflation through the roof. Here's why the ships in the port of Los Angeles are backed up 3 ways to Taiwan. I'll tell you why. Because there's so much disposable income. You sat around in COVID, you didn't spend. You sat around and Uncle Sam sent you checks. Some of you needed, some of you didn't, and we all got money. Guess what they told you to do? Order for Christmas. Shipping and ordering online is at an all-time high. It's not a bottleneck, it's a glut. That's why everything's sitting out there. Now do yourself a favor. Just fix that right there. Ship a coney dog to your home. Thanksgiving, the holidays, Christmas. Tell someone you love without having to go overseas and put it on a boat and get it on. It's already here. You go to AmericanConeyIsland.com, send the dozen dogs with all the fixins right to the front door of your loved one or yourself. And remember, the best dog in Detroit.
Where do I go to do that? What's the website?
I don't know.
Well, you always ask me phone numbers.
AmericanConeyIsland.com.
There you go.
Oh, look at you. Oh, I get what you were doing. You know, to work with Mark is like to do a master's class in radio.
Hardly.
It is. It's true.
No.
The guy's a pro.
I appreciate it, but no.
You're a pro, bro, and it's might as well, you know.
I think you saw some pros this week.
I ain't mad no more, man. I'm not trying to be mad, so I'm trying to be a better person. COVID taught me. It's really nice to work with you. Thank you for the hand up. Thank you for the hand up. Thank you for teaching me. You know, no, it's a big deal.
You serious? I don't know if you're serious or
I'm
not.
very serious.
Well, I've learned a lot from you as well.
Keep going.
And that's about it. Just a few things here or there.
Should me and Karen just give you guys some time together?
Yeah,
That's all.
let's turn the lights down even lower in here.
You know,
Hey, I thought this was no bullshit. Let's go.
Okay, speaking of bottlenecks, ADR, right? Always doing right. ADR Consultants. Here's the thing. You can't get anything. Can't get your doors fixed. Can't get the window fixed. Can't get your permits. Can't get the
You're shipping.
Yeah, remember with the floods, you can't get the hot water heaters. They know how to break the bottleneck. That's for this week. They do a lot of stuff. Call them their problem solvers for the needs that involve government and business. Where those intersect, that's the sweet spot. You call Barry Ellentuck, ethical, honest, smart. By the way, he actually calls you back.
It does.
Don't you hate it when you call a contractor or somebody else and they don't call you back?
Yeah, or you have to call them and yell at them 5 times.
Right.
Until they do the right thing.
I yell, and I don't like to yell, so I call Barry to be sweet, and if it doesn't work, he'll yell for you.
Yeah.
248-318-9424. 248-318-9424. All right, call them up, get your shit fixed. All right, look, keep that music going, dude.
And don't forget, share.
I got a new haircut.
Ooh, you look good.
Well, thank you. I got a cut. I was on Tucker Carlson this week. We'll get to that later. And we'll also get to I invented celebrity boxing. That's true. We want to get to a Detroit icon who's now passed away, been lost to us, comedian Downtown Tony Brown. Red's going to be here to, do a requiem, a memorial, a big piece of Detroit news. And Dana Nessel's drunk. I'll drink with you anytime, baby. It's the best thing you've done in office. But look at here. Look at this. See this guy? Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the haircut. What do you think? You
No, Charlie. I like yours better, actually.
Yeah. Listen, we were supposed to have on today. We're stalling. Richard McGinnis, the reporter for the Daily Caller that was tailing Kyle Rittenhouse that night. He's been jammed up. You can understand. It's a very heavy case. He's involved in it. We hope to have him next week. When there's a verdict, he'll be on.
Mm-hmm. He was on the stand.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, testified.
Well, one of the charges on this Rittenhouse dude, has to do with endangering McGinnis, because McGinnis testifying told investigators the bullet came by him. So
reckless manslaughter or something?
Yeah, I actually got it typed down here, which is first degree recklessly endangering safety with the use of a dangerous weapon. Now, real quick, not to belabor it, Red follows all this stuff. I don't know if Karen does, but I don't care what you think. What do you think's going to happen real quick?
Well, I think they're going to make an example of him. He's about to definitely get some time.
Okay, Karen?
Who knows?
No.
That's my response, really. I mean, every time we think something is going to happen or go one way, it goes a completely different way. These days, I don't know what to expect from anybody. I really don't.
Watching it, reading it.
Yeah, I mean, but even still, that's really not an indication of outcome, Charlie. I mean, we think that we can see things and that there's going to be some logical, like Red said, are they going to make an example of them? Or will it be a complete turn of events? I mean, we just don't know. I mean, nothing fits or nothing makes sense anymore. So I don't know.
I think it all boiled down to him on the stand. I watched the whole thing live. I think he will get hit with one. He'll get hit 9 months, that misdemeanor for having a gun.
Yeah.
Under the age of 18.
Okay, so he's charged with first-degree reckless homicide. First-degree reckless homicide, right? For shooting Joseph Rosenbaum, the first man he shot. First-degree recklessly endangering the safety, which is also connected to Rosenbaum. First-degree intentional homicide on the second dude.
Maybe the charge with McGinnis, that one that we just talked about.
Yeah, you mean like
Just firing into a crowd as
Right.
opposed to, taking out the threat, which he did. And
which is 12 and a half years in prison.
that one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the guideline.
But I'm looking at it like this. Here's what I think. It could be if I'm on the jury, I'm just going to speak honestly. The dude, they were attacking the dude. They were hunting the dude. I see it from the video. Here's a knucklehead, a 17-year-old with a weapon that doesn't belong to you. You're not supposed to be there. And you're there. And guys are going to point guns at you and beat you with the skateboard and chase you down the road.
You're supposed to flee first.
There's
I
video.
don't
That
know.
motherfucker fled.
I don't know how you flee when you're on your back.
I don't know
like
how
him
you
being
flee
there,
when a
but
dude's
yeah.
following you. Look, look,
I'm with you.
look, man. I mean, I fear for my life. Minimum, though. Hey, kid, you're not from there. They're not your weapon. State law in Wisconsin says you're not supposed to have it. You're at least doing that 9.
Yeah, months, yeah.
Yeah, minimum, but 2, it comes down to a thing of if he wasn't there, then the death wouldn't have been called.
Sorry, dude. He was there. That's not under argument. So, like, I'm sitting in a jury room with you. I'm like, no, I ain't going with that. He was there.
Yeah,
Right?
that doesn't apply to the charge.
I'm
That's
going
if
with
he
the
should
law.
be there or
Like,
not there, yeah.
look, if motherfuckers didn't try hunting him down, here's a dopey kid with a bad haircut. Nothing would have happened. Again, I don't know why the fuck you went up there, dude, with your, I'm trying to help and I'm a medic.
It was a family outing. They keep leaving it out. The parents was there too.
What the fuck?
They were in another part of the.
I don't want 17-year-olds untrained guarding things.
No.
But that's not part of the case. The case is if he felt like his life was in danger.
There's no legal.
See, that's the other thing, though, with any issue. There are always, to me, components of it that would be relevant in terms of making a decision that are ruled irrelevant because it's not formally part of the case. So I don't know. A lot of people are saying hung jury. Bill Cox said, regardless of what happens, it's going to be an appeal. So it's going to be.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's American life.
But did you think he cried? I mean, that thing on the stand. What was that? What was that?
I think it was a panic attack. I really do. And there's some evidence that he had a panic attack when he reported it to the police. I don't think he was crying because he was sad.
That told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Try to turn himself in like.
Well, and he was told not to be there before the shootings too, but that's not relevant to the charge. So I don't know.
It's relevant.
What do I know?
It's relevant to juror red.
I'm just gonna go eat my Tony.
But I have to admit that it is not part of the case, and I'm gonna bring this up in the Trayvon Martin case.
Very
that
similar.
was the biggest sticking point, is that he was instructed by the dispatcher not to follow the young man, which he did, which resulted in the death of the young man because of the confrontation, and he walked.
Well, let's get this one straight.
Yeah.
They told you to lay off. You went there. You fucked with him.
Yeah.
He popped you in the face. You're losing a fight, and you killed him. I don't get it. I don't get that. I lived through
He was
that.
able to claim self-defense, but self-defense under circumstances that you were not to initiate.
Right.
I mean, it's different if you initiate a fight and you're getting your behind beat.
Yep.
That's not self-defense to me.
That I agree. So I'm looking at it like this: dude sitting there with a gun he shouldn't be carrying, but he didn't instigate anything. Yeah, I get what you're saying, brother, and we can do this in the American jury room.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have been there, and you're saying you instigated it by your presence.
Yes.
Okay. I look at it like this: if you leave the fuck alone and stop threatening him, it's not going to happen. If you don't chase, I've been through Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin. I've been through so much of this shit. It's just getting sad. We all know the 17-year-old is supposed to have that gun.
Yeah. Well, I think the parents should be been held to accountability of this, especially knowing the information his mother drove him to this.
Yeah, he's a minor.
He's
You're
a
right.
minor, and she contributed to the delinquency of a minor in the moment that she let him carry an unlicensed weapon across state lines to even be there for that situation.
Well, then you might charge you with being an accomplice to a misdemeanor of allowing a 17-year-old to carry a weapon.
Apparently, the weapon was always in Wisconsin. I guess his dad lives there, so it always stayed there. So, and then this is where you get into the weeds, and it's once again, I don't like a 17-year-old being a vigilante
At all.
especially when he's untrained.
I don't like a 17-year-old being out after 8 when the rule
Sure.
of law said there's a curfew.
Yeah, they dropped the curfew charge too, which is interesting. Probably because it's a very minor charge, but yeah.
And it's hard to probably calculate. Like I was trying to get off the street, et cetera. Blah, 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 blah,
Yep.
blah, right?
Hard one to prove.
Okay. So
I thought we weren't talking about
I think we just did. All right, Richard, good luck. We don't need you anymore.
Well, he'll be able to give us more insight, maybe, from what was
Oh, you
going on
kidding
in
me?
the courtroom. I mean,
His
and
mother-
he was there.
He's a witness to history.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is he interviewed him earlier, like on the video camera at the gas station and everything. So these kind of people I'm very interested in. It's an important job to get it raw and unfiltered, so we actually have an idea what's happening.
Right.
Because I do not encourage you to make it your business to be on the streets.
No,
Bad things happen.
no.
Trust me, I did it. I'm done. I did my tour. Now, having said that, watch this segue. Dana Nessel. Drunk as a fucking skunk at the Michigan State game.
I've been there.
That's all over the place now. I mean,
To the game or drunk, Mark? Which one?
Wait, what's that? What are drunk?
You said I've been there. I said you've been to the game or you've been intoxicated.
Well, both.
Yeah, I think he was intoxicated at the game.
And at the same time, believe it or not. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Now she's so loaded they got a wheeler. They got to put her in a wheelchair out to the car. Now normally at these football games, right? If you're drunk and you're in a wheelchair and you get medical, the police have to respond. They got to take a report, and you're issued a summons for public intoxication. And so now all the news comes out because the Republicans are doing Freedom of Information Act, wondering, are there any reports? So she comes out and she cops to it and calls it 2 Bloody Marys. And what do you know exactly what she said, Mark?
Yeah, let me pull it up here. And look, I'll excuse. There's a lot of better stuff to nail her on, in my opinion. But there is something in her statement that really kind of rubbed me wrong. I just got to find it first.
Okay. Well,
Was it the part about Kelly Rossman?
You got it. You want to paraphrase it?
No, I'll wait until you can have it accurate so we can respond accordingly,
done,
not
Karen.
based on our interpretation.
I thought you were going to help me kill time here.
I'm going to give a loose opinion. First of all, anytime they got to transport you from the point you was getting drunk to the point where you can depart, you're a messy alcoholic. That's my opinion.
Maybe you had a bad afternoon.
I know that people go out and they have fun. I mean, I don't drink, so I'm not judging those who do. But I do believe that whether you're a public figure or not, you should never drink to the point where you're losing control. I just don't. I think I don't get that. I don't understand that. And then that's heightened when you are a public figure. When you
not a popular one.
Well, yeah, but even if you are, but when you commit to public office, you bear the burden of the sacrifices of not being a quote unquote average citizen. So there's certain things that even if you can do them, you shouldn't do them. Getting drunk in public is one of them.
See, I disagree. I think times have changed now. I want my public figure to be human. I think that's what we're seeing. I do. As a guy caught out in the Patty's Day parade and stuff, man, I ain't doing any harm. I'm doing what's legal to do.
The American thing, get drunk and have
This is the only thing about it I even like. If we got a picture here, listen, she's not the first public official that I have had a good amount of drinks with, and then they had to wheel them out. Throw this one up.
The other
Not
one.
that one, god damn it. Fix it in post. That's Dana Nessel passed out
At the game.
in the stadium right there.
Oh, wow.
And she's in a U of M hat. That's a whole nother issue, but okay.
Where's my picture of my favorite public official?
It worked in when we were dry running it. Do you know the other one, Joe?
God damn it, Joe.
This is where his silence
Another in the
is a
basement
major
production.
advantage.
Share.
The other one.
Fucking shit. You're fired. The fuck?
Charlie, you said you want people to be human. Okay, this is the human side of the show.
All right.
We're not perfect.
Only I get drunk on this show.
Joe, I have it on my computer if you want to show it.
Yeah, there we go.
That one.
L Brooks Patterson.
It's a great photo of him.
Breaking news.
In his chair, yeah.
Breaking news. Okay, Brooks has come and gone. Do you remember the time they found Brooks Patterson's car with the tires flat on the railroad tracks?
Yes.
Okay, Brooks told me. Yeah, he was in the back. They were drinking. Oh, shit. They got out of the car and ran back to county headquarters. Yeah, he did it too. He was a competent public figure. He had some problems. I don't recommend, and I don't like you taking the county car and abandoning it on railroad tracks. That's worse than what Nessel did.
At least he was able to run back to the county building. They had to call security with a wheelchair to come get her. I mean, hey, we got one sloshed over here, roll C630.
Holy shit, it's Darth Vader.
Did you think her statement was a little too cutesy?
What she said was, nobody wants a Roman shower?
Yeah.
Just vomiting on them.
On other people.
I had 2 Bloody Marys, and I wish I had my dear friend who just passed away giving me crisis advice on tailgate gate.
Yeah, she said, quote, normally I would ask my trusted friend and communication savant, Kelly Roseman McKinney, for advice on how to best handle the crisis, but she died last night, so I can't. And that's 6th paragraph
really?
in, which I thought was really
That's tacky.
That's tacky. You're right.
And I think Kelly probably would have told you that.
right.
She was trying to be, a little bit of the victim. She's trying to draw from the sympathy of Kelly's passing, and none of that worked. I mean, she did not pull it together the right way, and it came across as insensitive and detached and almost stupid. That wasn't good.
I'm going to just be honest. If it's me, I'm a public official. With my attitude, it's like, look, I got bent at the game. I lost on some FanDugal. It was bad. And I got a little drunk, okay? It was the weekend. I'm off.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Enough
Let's keep
said.
going.
With security paid by the public?
Well, were they drunk?
Right. I'm for that. I'm for paying
If they wasn't drunk, then
24
hey,
hours. That's a very rough job.
at least we know she wasn't DUI.
Right. Now you get the same treatment we get, or don't you? Is there a police report or isn't there?
Now, that should be.
Because the fact of the matter is this. You stink at your job, and people are mad at you. Like, for instance, here's a new one. This one from State Senator Lana Theis, who's calling for, remember, don't forget, folks, in a couple of weeks, we're going to have a nursing home death total, because the Auditor General is going to seriously count those. State Senator Republican Lana Theis has also asked for the Auditor General to look into the inspections of these nursing homes, the adult foster cares, and the homes for the aged. Because as of August, reported on this program, 60% of the state's 435 nursing homes had gone without an inspection.
Wow.
For 18 months, no inspection. And that number does not account for the mandated inspections of adult foster care homes and homes for the aged, all of that. You left them high and dry. Madam Nessel, where's the investigation? What else happened this week? Flint got the settlement. $600 million plus, right? For poisoning at least 50,000 people that stood up. If you look, let's just break the math down. No adults get anything, right?
Okay.
17,000 children get $400 million because the lawyers that Nessel agreed to get $200 million of it. By the way, we get to pay all of it, you and me, Michigan taxpayer. That money is basically $25,000 a kid, which is enough for a used truck.
Yeah.
You stink. There's no criminal convictions on anybody that did anything in Flint. There's no investigations in the nursing home when obviously there should be. And that's why people got a hard on. I don't think they'd bust your ass. I think they treat you like Brooks Patterson. Oh, it's fucking Brooksy again, right? But that dude could keep shit tight.
Yeah, he did.
Does she have a signature investigation that you can think of?
Was it Larry Nasser?
I suppose, yeah.
No, because remember they got the guy and they let him turn himself in. He blew his brains out on the highway.
Yeah. Well, I just think, there's been a lot of comparisons to Michigan and the state of New York, and look at what that Attorney General.
Letitia James?
Letitia James, thank you. Yeah.
A Democrat, a protege of Cuomo. And guess what she ended up doing, Karen?
What?
She took him out, did her job, and then what's your take on this? Not only does she do her job, very well done, thank you. I mean, way to, do your job, nonpartisan. I mean, you're just doing it because you have to do it. But then she turns around and now she's running for Cuomo's seat.
It's crazy.
It's politics.
Oh!
Didn't we hear that predicted somewhere? Didn't you have a guest on that said that?
Jesse
very thing?
McKinley, the New York Times,
Yeah.
came on this program and said, she's probably going to run for governor.
But doesn't that make you think that was she doing it because it was the right thing, or was she doing it because she had bigger political aspirations, or did she just see the opportunity and jump?
I don't know.
Both can be true.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just think the stars aligned correctly for the move at the moment. Hey, I get to look great doing my job nonpartisan, get my competitor out the way whose job I want, and the people won't be mad at me when I go to get the seat because I did my job.
She's capitalizing on the fact that she got him out, and people are, oh, hey, she did what she was supposed to do. That's politics, but
Yeah.
okay.
Well, now I talked to the Republicans, are the ones that actually leaked this story, and they're trying to get, the freedom of information and all that. And they want to spin it as she's drunk, she's high, and she's making decisions. And I said on the telephone last night, I'm not going there with that. That's a spin. I'm not going there with that. It's a bad look that I'm willing to forgive. Like you said,
Right.
You ain't driving. You look silly. So what?
It's low-hanging fruit.
Right,
There's
but
bigger things.
The bigger thing is, I just don't think you're very good at your job.
Yeah.
Catch me on a Saturday night, you liable to see worse than that.
What, on the stage?
And off.
Shit, you want to speak of being bombed, you ought to see Red do a set. Oh!
Being bombed.
All right, now look, watch this, though. Look here. Put up the picture of Nessel, the
pre-party picture?
pre-party, Nessel, Whitmer, and Weiser, the Republican
Regent.
the chairman of the Republican Party of Michigan and the University of Michigan region. See this? Here we got, if you're listening, not watching, Nessel's already.
She's not feeling any pain.
Ooh, she looked good. That's about when you should have left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's looking at the wrong camera, too. That's my favorite
Let's
part.
go blow chunks. Let's go blow. And then he's in the middle, and then there's Whitmer on the left. All right? Okay, great. It's all nice. North Face, Michigan gear, Michigan State. Nobody's wearing a fucking mask. What? Put it back up. Why you guys fucking keep moving the shit? We'll fix it in post. Put it back up. I'm getting wound up a little bit. Okay. They're not wearing a mask. They're like shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, bro.
Alcohol kills all germs.
But look behind them. Nobody in the tent is doing that either.
Nope.
Like look at the group behind them.
What are the rules?
Outside and
There aren't
vaccinated.
any.
You're right. Well, that's a better way to put it. There really aren't any.
What are the rules? This matters. We're all taking the lead from you. And I thought we're in this new spike.
Yeah, that's true, too.
You understand how
Confusing.
how the leadership is tearing the fucking country up? Because there's no doubt in my mind. No doubt. In fact, it's fact. They politicized a pandemic to get what they wanted, and there's no rhyme or reason to get out of it. You agree?
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Totally agree.
I agree. I mean, and everything, depending on where you go, this is asked of you. This is required of you. This is suggested of you. And, just like even with the hospitalizations right now, yeah, they're talking about the numbers are surging, in terms of emergency room visits or occupants. But what they don't tell you is the other side of that are the low staffing numbers because so many healthcare workers have resigned in opposition to the mandate. So, I mean, you got to have the whole story, and people just don't know what to believe or who to believe.
And so I don't. Go ahead, Red.
No, I was just going to say, the whole time I was in Atlanta, I may have seen 2 masks.
Right.
Just really nobody. I took my little vaccination card with me just in case I ran into a place that you need to show the card. The dude looked at me and said, "What is that? We don't care about that here." Huh. So it's like it's the biggest joke running right now with this.
And look, I went down to Florida. I went to go do Tucker Carlson. Invited me on. He got a daytime program, and then he got the nighttime program, and he cannibalized him. You know what I mean? So I flew to Florida this past week. It was just my second trip out of Michigan since the pandemic began. Okay, it's a weird feeling emerging from the Great Lakes COVID bubble. Because I've changed. I mean, like, I actually had manners at the airport.
Right.
As I was standing in Metro Airport, I realized that I'm tired of the pissing and the acrimony, and guilty as charged. So, what'd I do? I let people cut in line. I actually volunteered to check my bag. I let everyone board first. The flight was uneventful, and I only lowered my mask to sip my coffee and nibble my fish crackers, and I put it right back on.
Did you have your pinky finger out?
No, I just leaned and stayed to myself. I didn't want to get mad. It was only when I landed in Fort Myers, Florida, that I realized what a Ziploc I've been living in. I'm like Rip Van Winkle standing there. I'm wearing old and inappropriate winter clothes, boots, a blue dental mask, which has become something of like a second skin. And nobody's wearing a mask in Florida. What a rube, I'm thinking as I'm staring at myself in the airport glass, looking like a total dope. Why should I be wearing a mask, I wonder? I've actually had COVID. And I still got the 2 vaccination shots, and I'm still wearing a mask. For how long am I wearing a mask, Red?
A long time, apparently.
But I didn't complain. I'm not angry. I've changed. I went to the hotel. It was a lonely place. Big and empty, and bad sports TV echoing through the lobby. Go slow on that, man. Okay?
Yep.
Let me get to the middle. Thank you. I'm reading from a teleprompter, people.
What are you talking about?
His eyes used to be a lot quicker.
So, like, I wait a long time to be checked in. And when the receptionist eventually appears from behind the door, she's rude. I may have woken her up. The credit card gets turned down. She frowns. The credit card gets straightened out. And still she frowns some more. But I don't complain. Instead, I tip big. Working people got problems too, so you got to tip them big. That's part of the COVID inflation. Then you got to listen to working people's problems. I don't like listening to strange people's problems unless I'm getting paid to listen to their problems. But I don't complain. I've changed. Just happy to be here after 2 years, you know? Florida, like Atlanta, right? It's warm. It's nice. Yes. The highways are clean and lush, right? In Detroit, they're gray now and soiled with baby diapers. I can see why our governor likes to sneak away every once in a pandemic. And I'm not mad at her anymore.
To go to Florida.
Yeah. Why not? It was great. You got a good point. My driver was named Vinny. He says he's got a marriage problem. He's moved out. Or she's put him out, whichever. He's still out. She's from Detroit, he tells me. Oh, that's your problem right there, I tell him. They've really got hard shells, he tells me, women from Detroit. Yeah, I tell him, but they're sweet inside, like a cherry cordial. That's true, he says after some time. And then he calls her. And I got to listen, even though I don't like to listen unless I'm getting paid to listen. And when Vinny drops me off at the studio, I got to tip him big for the privilege of listening. Tucker Carlson tapes 3 Fox News segments in a day on his tropical island getaway. And I'm going second. I am shown to the green room on the 2nd floor of a whitewashed stucco building, the kind you might find in Morocco. I'm smoking at the top of the landing when I see Robert F. Kennedy Jr. approaching the stairs. Yo, Bobby! I called down. Sorry to hear about your dad. The parole board has recommended Sirhan be set free, okay? And Bobby takes it right. Bobby's a nice guy. He loves his kids. He doesn't believe other kids should be vaccinated. And he looks like a seaboard rube standing there in his blazer and tie. People have much more in common than different. That much hasn't changed. And then Michael Saylor arrives. He is the Bitcoin billionaire. I ask him if he's got a couple of spare Bitcoins to give away. He does not. He's dressed like he just stepped out of a John Voight picture, dressed in black and silver Western wear. The woman in his entourage is wearing a green jumpsuit, the kind worn by villainous sidekicks. So I don't feel so bad in my winter clothes anymore. Then it's my turn to go on, and I walk into Tucker's studio, and it's done up in a Western motif. Pine paneling and a backdrop photograph of Montana or someplace where people dress like Michael Saylor. Tucker and I do a bit for about an hour, and before we do, corporate back in New York tells us through our earpieces that I've got to put my beer in a coffee mug. I don't get mad. I've changed. Dana, call me.
It's in post.
No, we won't.
So me and Tucker, we talk about unions and world trade in Detroit. And when it's over, I get up and give him a big peck on the cheek. Depending on your point of view, I either just kiss the devil or I kiss the Messiah. There's little in between in America anymore. Things have changed. But I've known Tucker for probably 20 years now. He's just a man. There are no horns or halos around him. We don't agree on a lot of things, and a lot of things we do. Either way, I respect him. That part hasn't changed. The next day, Vinny arrives at the hotel to take me to the airport. He's over the moon. A big, glowing goof bathed in a romantic yellow haze.
Got some the night before, huh?
We talk some more, he tells me of his wife. We spent the night together. That's good, I tell him. That's wonderful. So now I only tip him a little bit because things are getting back to normal. We exchange numbers, we hug it out, and I put on my dental mask. Good to know you, Vinny, but I couldn't wait to get home to my Detroit woman.
Ooh-wee.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean, brother?
Damn tootin'. They don't make them like that nowhere but in the D.
And that beautiful piece of poetry was brought to you by Howell Financial. Keep your house in order. Right? Keep your house. Listen, here's what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we keep telling you, and we're right. And this is free. So when we tell you, like, if you're thinking about things, at least go to the people, check them out that we recommend. Because here's what's going on now. Interest rates are still at an all-time low. Get ready, as inflation goes up, they will not stay low. And now there is a record. Want to know how long a house stays on the market? How long? In America? 1 week. Let me translate what this means. You need to have that mortgage turned. You can't be putting a bid on a house and your mortgage is screwed up. Who's the fastest in the business, Karen?
Whole Financial.
Yes, that's right. And what's the new number, Mark? What's the new number? You said you knew it.
Oh, Mark knows it.
866
Call Hall.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's
Got
what you
it.
do. I mean, I'm telling. What I got to keep doing with everybody,
That is really simple.
isn't it?
866 call Hall.
Have you used Hallmark?
I have.
I just said Hallmark.
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 Yes.
I've used them a couple
just-
times
No,
myself.
no joke. Very easy.
You know what Detroit women like?
Easy.
Just a little bit of Hallmark. Just a card, maybe a cherry cordial. You know, like we're all angry. Here's what you do. Let it go. Relax. Buy her a house.
That would be nice.
That's it.
Call David Hall.
That's it. Geez.
866 call Hall. That's it. Thank you very much.
Make it like Tucker's place, with the beach and the water.
Fuck, that guy's got it going on, dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a nice little studio.
Here we are on the lower level. What's wrong with this picture, Charlie?
Look, when you get to do, oh, by the way, his wife is from Ghost Plain Farms. Vinny's wife's from Detroit. My wife's from Detroit.
There you go. Something about this area.
Think about that. We get the
Hey,
best
hey.
women in the world here.
Yeah, it's great.
It's our greatest export now is our chicks. It's the greatest thing ever built here, and they're not staying. You know what's happened to them all?
What?
They're on the boats off the port of L.A. We got a bottleneck of Detroit chicks. So go online and order one.
Be careful. Views and opinions expressed in this last segment do not reflect on everybody sitting on the panel.
Sorry, sweetie pie.
Thank you, Brad.
Listen, I just want to get to this. Hey, fix that camera if you can. We got technical problems, but I want to show this. Celebrity boxing.
Yeah, I'm
right.
trying to, yeah.
Can we do this or not?
Yeah, it's not going to look great, but we can do it.
Just then hurry up and do it. Tell me,
It's on there. See, look.
so I can just, that'll work. All right, listen, if you're listening, you're going to see that I invented celebrity boxing.
Nice.
But here,
Okay, that's a lie. Tanya Harding invented celebrity boxing. That was a show, remember?
Yes.
Back in 2002?
Yeah, she bust the old girl on the knee.
No, that
Oh,
was...
you talking about the real celebrity boxing?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that.
But Tanya Harding's the one that busted around the knee.
Yeah.
Or paid somebody to do it, allegedly, or whatever the fuck. But like Frank Gore, the NFL great, and Darren Williams, the NBA journeyman. Journeyman, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
What
Went
did
to
he play?
Illinois. He was
He went
a
Illinois,
guard.
right?
Yeah.
Always went to
First
Duke.
round draft pick. He's a good
So
player.
now they got all this, like, maybe you could do it, Red. They got all this Facebook and YouTube stars
Yeah, like the Paul
Okay.
brothers.
doing fights.
Good for them.
And there's like betting lines on this shit. This shit's for real.
Yeah, I'll spectate. I'd rather just smoke some weed and watch.
Well, it's really nothing new. And Mark and I were talking about it this week, and I'm like, wait a minute. I did that shit back in 2005 in Oakland, California, outlaw bike gang club called the East Bay Rats. And they used to have a fight club, right? And it would be like the Hells Angels would show up because they're too old to fight. And then they'd have naked chick cheerleaders and a brass band, and they'd light off dynamite and all kinds of crazy, just nuts. The clubhouse shut down like a year and a half ago. So I was doing, I had a TV show on Discovery Times, and I went there. It was the pilot, Fight Club. And I'm like, I'd do it. And it was, they wanted me to fight a white guy my size. And I'm like, that ain't good TV.
You're right.
Plus, if I lose, I look like a dick,
Yeah.
right? So when you're doing these things, you want to get at a lot of stuff. You want to get to masculinity. You want to get to violence in America. You want to talk about race. You know, you're trying to probe when you do what we do.
Right,
Comedian,
right.
reporter. So the biggest, baddest man, the smartest man, was what was his name? Michael Jackson, believe it or not. I think it was Michael Jackson.
MJ.
He was a candidate for a doctorate in philosophy at the University of California, Berkeley. 320-pound black man, walked around Oakland, California in bare feet. And when you watch all the tapes and stuff of him fighting, he opened every motherfucker's head up. So we're doing this pilot, and I'm like, I'm drinking Old Crow. It's a bike gang, man. You got to drink the whiskey with him. You know, Dana, call us up, man. I got some places we could go.
We starting to realize where his decision came from,
I got moonshine. Look at that.
which leads you.
Home distilled moonshine.
I like that. Mason jar on a little pedestal. Like a champagne glass.
I am going to check into a motel on 8 Mile and nobody going to hear from me all weekend.
Just don't light a cigarette after you take a shot.
So I drank it, and we decided to get it on, man. That was the crescendo of the piece. And I dug it up. Apparently, like, we can't download it because the corporation put some
Evil corporations.
some
yeah.
coding in it, right?
And some people didn't have time to find another way around it.
Tucker Carlson never fought no badass man. He was 320, I was 165. We got it?
Yeah, we can roll. Let's see what happens here.
It's fight night. My fight night, and the place is electric. A crowd of freaks and misfits have come to see my funeral. The ring's a holding cell, about 10 by 10, making running impossible. I want to last at least a round for the appearance of things. When Aaron announces in this corner, Charlie weighing in at $165, the lunatics start to howl. They hiss and laugh. The count comes down, and all I can hear is, "Kill him!" The crowd is for Big Mike. This makes me mad.
Oh, I nailed his hand!
Well, that was a good left. He doesn't know you're left-handed.
No, he's left-handed. He knows I'm
He is too?
Don't diminish me. Pretend like it was a sucker punch.
No, I thought it was good strategy.
You gotta wear boxing gloves, man. I don't know why.
Moving left, because I'm a southpaw and so is he. And then he jabs and a right cross lands square on my face. This is what Mike Tyson calls the truth.
Oh.
Everyone thinks he can fight until he's hit with the truth. The truth is like being hit with a hammer.
Is he
The
picking
stars
you up
come
to
out,
hit you
and the
again?
tape goes off in your ears.
Yes.
And then you remember you're in a fight. At this moment, you decide to fold or face it. I decide to face it.
See, he's just waiting. He hit you with his elbows. You see that shit?
He likes to push, too.
He does. He's huge.
They using that weight.
Mike is a meat grinder, but I tag him right
look
here.
at me now, he's
I
on the
shot
ropes.
him. The crowd's shocked. Listen. They turn for me. Look at the bald guy, the Hell's Angel. Even he's pleased. Look at him smiling.
He's out of breath, too.
He is out of breath.
You see him just diving into his legs like.
That's your wrestling, man. That was a single leg takedown.
I wanted to do no holds barred, but he wouldn't do it.
No, Mark.
What a pussy.
What he just did was a single leg tackle. He didn't take anything
All right,
down.
he attempted it.
The yahoos in the audience.
The chicks were creaming themselves.
And some of the guys.
Probably. Man, I'm into this. That's the president of the bike gang. He's disappointed I'm not dead yet.
He's got higher standards, yeah.
I think.
That, was that
Through the rope. He knocked me out the
shot?
ring. He knocked me out the ring. Look at that guy with like a pencil neck going, come on. Like, shut up, man. He hit me about 10 times in a row if you're listening.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if...
I ain't going down. No, no,
Make it into
not
the
quit.
second round.
Oh, I got it.
Then
Look
Mike
at that.
cracks me
Oh,
with an elbow
you
and
see
then a
that?
shot to the kidney that sends a jolt of electricity through my innards.
Kidney shot.
Now I'm
Oh.
on my knees staring at my mouthpiece while I'm standing above myself looking down at me. 39. Weak. People howling, kill him again. And I'm thinking, I'm already dead. I hear the count. 2, 3, 4. I get up, but I can't go on. I can't breathe. TKO. Technical knockout. The screaming turns to cheering. The little man has taken his beating, but has defended himself.
I love it.
The rat has eaten his cheese.
Look, they're lifting me up. I'm fucking lost. I love that guy.
You should have punched him then, Charlie.
Yeah.
I swear this looks like it should be a movie. Like this doesn't. It's
Fight
like
Club.
Unreal. But the hair, Charlie, look at the hair.
Yeah. You can bring that. Man, that was a good show.
I want to say this in all honesty. You got a lot of heart, but I have never laughed this hard.
You know what? I want to ask you, Charlie, out of all the things you've done, and for anybody that's followed you, they know you've done, what's the one thing that you haven't done that you still want to do? Because you have no fear or apprehension about anything or anybody. What's left for you to do?
I would like to drive a motorcycle around the globe. I had that hooked up one time
Okay.
with Ducati, and I was gonna go like Mongolia and just do all 7 continents. I was trying to get to Antarctica. I thought I had it hooked up, but it come and goes. Listen, young person, you dream, you do it.
You can still do it.
I know, but I got stuff right now.
Or at least do that long trail from Canada.
I got a couple Detroit women. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Take them with you.
Thought about that too. Thought about that too.
I'll go with
A
you.
couple, Charlie?
Well,
Yeah, my wife and my daughter, Karen.
Okay. Just want to make that clear.
Jeez, wow.
She was quick on that though, wasn't she?
We'll fix that in post. Happy birthday, babies. All right, Luke Nowacki. Let's get this up here.
That was like watching an episode of Rocky.
That's what somebody's calling Charlie online. They're like, his new nickname is Rocky.
You see that dude though? It is Fight Club, so it's fist fighting with very light gloves on. But you saw that guy throwing elbows.
yeah. Well, and the big punches, he had his right hand behind your neck and he
Yes.
was uppercutting, which
That's-
I don't know if that's legal.
It's Fight Club. That wasn't a box. It's Fight Club. That's why, dude, the only chance I have against a man like that is I need to take your legs out.
Yeah.
And I need to choke you out. MMA. But we didn't get to do that. I still don't think I would have won.
I just wanted to
No
say,
bullshit, I would have won.
if some science goes into that, right? When the guy's like 320 and you 165, tackling a leg is like trying to tackle a tree. So
But the point is this.
That punches back.
The reason I did that is this. In the end, the racial psychosis we suffer from in this country, the anger that we suffer from in this country, you don't have to be afraid and you don't have to be belligerent. But train yourself and keep yourself in shape. And the point is, if somebody's going to pick on you, hit them and get out of the alley. The whole point is not to win, it's to go on. Somebody will respect you.
Well, they respected you too.
most definitely.
I mean, you saw how pumped up they were afterwards. Did you have any, interactions with them after that?
Well, I wrote a book, my second book, called Us Guys, The True and Twisted Mind of the American Man. And I went to San Francisco because they're in Oakland, and I was doing a book reading. It was really great. And they all showed up.
That's cool.
What a book reading. Everybody's wearing leather and whiskers, and they drank all the beer at the bookstore and left me with the bill.
They read, Charlie?
What's that?
I said, do they read?
Oh, these guys are brilliant. Like Mike's a philosophy, probably professor now. The referee was a astrophysicist, I believe.
Wow.
Like they're kids of divorce and anger, like they're master mechanics. They were like the most interesting, badass, bright. They were soldiers.
And that's why you
Yes.
should get to know people.
Just some real Brad Pitt Fight Club.
And that's
guys
why I
wanna get-
ask, because there's a perception, and that's why I ask. I wasn't trying to be mean or condescending, but I asked for clarification because we base our opinions of others on our perceptions. And if we don't do like Charlie and go in and meet people and talk to them and find out who they are, then we're left with our usually incorrect perception.
And then you got to get your ass beat, and you got to drink the tequila with the habaneros in it. You know what I mean?
That helps heal the internal bleeding.
And then get stiffed with a bill.
So I'm doing the book reading, and then they drink all the beer, and then they stick me with the tab. And then we're going across this really nice Marin County mall in a little mountain rivulet there. And we're going to the bar, and I got a couple friends showed up from the Bay Area, hey, come to the reading. And as we walk out, these animals proceed to beat my ass in the parking lot of a strip mall. They're kicking me, punching me, they hit me in the back of the head. And I loved it.
Yeah, that's all a welcome to the Fight Club.
Yeah,
thing.
that's
that
called
was
Hello.
love.
Oh, you're Hunter Thompson. Okay, you know how that book ended. You got your ass beat. Then we went into the bar and they drank about $2,000 and walked out and stuck me with a bill. And then the publisher was going to pull me off the road because I stuck her with the bill. It's been a great life.
That's awesome. That's good.
Charlie, some people are sharing their favorite things, like when you canoed the Rouge River, when you played golf from one end of the city limits to the other.
That was one of the greatest for me.
Everybody's sharing. Yeah, my favorite was when you were waiting on the EMS. You went to McDonald's, you came back, you took a bath, you put on a lady's bathrobe. That was one of the best things to me. But anyway, everybody's sharing their favorite stories.
You know, I was flying back from Florida, and we were taking a sweep over Detroit, Zug Island, the steel factory and everything, and you could see the Rouge. And I never saw it from that angle. And I got to watch sort of like a third of the trip from the window of the plane. And I was like, you know what? That was pretty badass. That was a freaky, cool, never be repeated deal. It was all right.
And it's all fixed now. It looks great.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Except for the soiled diapers on the side of the road.
Did you see any refrigerators floating down there?
Listen.
An urban canoe, you mean?
Right.
Luke Nowacki, overreaction, not a strategy. Inflation's doing 6-point-something%. Inflation is doing 6-point-something%. 6-point-something% means if the return on your investment, your bank account, or anything else is less than 6%, which is a fabulous historical return on investment. If it's not getting that, you're losing money.
Yep.
What do you do about that?
Call someone.
Why ain't everybody talking Bitcoin? The dude at the diner was talking Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah?
Talking bull market. The shoe shine guy talking about Bitcoin. Anybody in here? No. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of Bitcoin. You got a little bit of Bitcoin?
I got a little bit.
You got a little bit of Bitcoin?
A little bit.
Karen, you got a little bit of Bitcoin?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Zoovs has it all.
Zeus has it all.
Does.
I tried the easy route. I asked Bitcoin billionaire, give me some.
Shoot one of them Bitcoins over here, buddy.
Seeing as that didn't work, I'm calling Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 for sound financial advice. What a joke. Speaking of jokes, Red, Detroit has lost an icon in the comedy world.
Yes.
Please, go ahead.
Yes. Unfortunately, on October 21st of this year, a Detroit legend downtown, Tony Brown, passed after a couple of month-long battle with COVID. We lost a legend. He was born, and we'll give a little history about him, and then we're going to let him close out the show. He was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee in 1957.
I've been to Chattanooga.
You been to Chattanooga? I've never been to Chattanooga.
I called my mom. I was in Chattanooga. I was drunk. Me and Dana Nessel. Now, it's not strange to people that know me that my mother and father were stepbrother and stepsister.
Okay.
Yeah. And I said to my ma, the couple in, I called her up. And I said, hey, Ma, do you know you're my aunt? And you know what my mother said?
What?
Well, you should fit right in down there. And she hung up the phone.
Oh, my God.
Man, she was pissed.
A good line, though.
A damn good line. He was raised in Highland Park, born in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They moved up here when he was a kid. He was raised in Highland Park and famously known for being a real Highland Parker. He always represented that. Started doing comedy in 1984, and over the course of a 37-year stand-up career, he has been on several national television appearances, most famously known for BET Comic View, HBO Def Jam, Showtime at the Apollo, as well as P. Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy. And as well, he toured with Tim Allen. A lot of people didn't know this. He toured for a long time with Tim Allen before Tim Allen really, really blew up.
Well, I bet you Tony was cool anyway.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you. And this is, that was just a little history, but just a personal thing. Tony Brown was the type of guy, no matter what was going on in his life, and he had struggles like all of us. He always had a smile for you, inspiration, and a word of mentorship. And just to be able to watch him in the 90s when I started, he was around in the 80s, just to be able to watch him was like going to class, like Dave Chappelle said. When a younger comic watches a seasoned comic, they're going to class. And Tony Brown gave a class every time he performed. He was one of them guys, you could hear that joke 30 times, and you're going to laugh each and every time. So we've lost a legend here in Detroit. We have affectionately called him the godfather of Detroit comedy because he is one of the Detroit comics that helped put Detroit on the map as far as comedy goes. And in tribute to downtown Tony Brown, you will so greatly be missed. Great storyteller, master writer. We gonna miss this brother, and he was a legend as well as a Detroit comedy titan. And in my opinion, he should have been one of the kings of comedy.
Let's roll it.
From Detroit, he goes by the name of Downtown Tony Brown.
Thank you. How y'all doing, Brooklyn? You know what? I'm glad to be here, y'all. But I had to go to the dentist, right? And get my partials and shit hooked up. Cause one day, all my teeth just started falling the fuck out. I ain't bullshitting. I was talking to a motherfucker one day, and I say, motherfucker, and one of them flew out. So I say, damn, you know. So I said, ain't this a bitch? And the other one flew out. I said, damn, I'm gonna have to quit cussing, cause all these motherfuckers be out on the floor if I don't calm the fuck down, you know? Yeah, man, I gotta go see the dentist, cost me a lot of money. I've been thinking about it. I said, well, I'll give me some platinum teeth. But I live in the motherfucking ghetto, you know what I'm saying? Nigga don't be walking around with a mouth full of platinum teeth. Nigga stick him up. Nigga run up on me, give me them teeth, nigga. I got to pull them bitches out, you know. All right, nigga, you got the teeth, get the fuck on, man. Oh, man, I'm telling you, life is a bitch. How many married folks here? Anybody married? Okay, that's about 12 motherfuckers, huh? Okay, keep your marriages together, y'all. That's very important. I got to tell you that because a lot of folks is breaking up. That's a bad thing right now. That's right, because friend of court and all that kind of shit, child support. Y'all have that in New York, don't you? I'd hate to think Detroit is the only place that got child support. Them motherfuckers don't be bullshitting either. If you don't want your name at child support, stay with your woman. Because the moment you say, bitch, well, fuck you too. That's right. A computer start typing your name at the front of court. That's right. Your ass will be the fuck out. Now, fuck around there and leave. Jump up and grab some shit up and leave. In 3 days, the mailman come, say you owe $200,000 motherfucking dollars. And you ain't been gone but 3 motherfucking days. The hell with that. Stay with her, man. Stay with her. I don't give a fuck what happened in the house. I wouldn't give a fuck what it is. You come home, find another man in your bed. If you got her downstairs, go on down there and sleep on the couch. You heard me, didn't you? Go on downstairs, sleep on the couch. When you see her in the morning, just tell her, bitch, I owe you one. And leave it the fuck like that. That's what you do. Don't be stupid and go to breaking up. Stay the fuck together. You don't want to be single today. Out here with all this shit out here. You go out here today talking about, well, I'm on something new. Trust me, it's some new shit out here. It's some shit out here so new, the doctors are scared. It ain't shit for a doctor to come in his office and look at a motherfucker and say, look here, my man. First of all, I don't even fuck with that kind of shit. And I want to know who told you to come here. Okay, you're gonna have to get out my office. You can keep that chair, motherfucker. Just go ahead on. Thank you very much, y'all. Downtown Tony Brown. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, that was good.
Oh, you couldn't let that fucking applause play, man. Thinking of Tony, thinking of you, man. Thinking of all the great artists.
Much love, downtown Tony Brown. You will be truly missed. A master at the craft.
Detroit, you're the best.
Oh, nice guy. Tony was a nice guy. Always there. If you needed him to do something. He was a good guy. He was truly a thread in the fabric of this city.
Yeah, and you know what? You always knew what a big heart he had because you could see it right to his fucking teeth, right down into his chest.
True story. A lot of people may not know this. He was so loved. First of all, whenever National Comics come here, the first person they asked about is Downtown Tony Brown. Well, he was on tour. What we just saw was from P. Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy, which I think was on Stars or Showtime. And his teeth was messed up. And one of the audience members was a dentist, enjoyed his show so much, he got them all fixed.
Oh, wow.
Wrong move.
That was the
See,
story.
that's what
There goes his bit.
That's
That was
what
like
killed
a
this
tip.
sad clown. You fucking stole his whole bit. Were they platinum?
No. This is true life. He
I know,
basically
I'm
got
telling
him
you.
fixed, but that was, the guy fixed it. He had problems on the road, and the guy completely free. Loved him so much, loved his set.
Good. Do you remember his joke about, and this is the one joke I always remember about Tony, because he told it, one of those jokes he told 50 million times, but it was funny every time. And he was talking about kids and how materialistic they were. And he thought his son's first words were Dada, but they were Adidas. I mean, that joke, it was hilarious. It was
That's
a classic
fucking
joke.
hilarious. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus, Charlie.
I'm not telling, I can't tell it, but I just remember it. All right,
She
Charlie.
paraphrased it. It was better when he told it.
Let me get the
No.
fuck. Let's get the fuck on out of here. I love you, Karen.
Love you back, guys. You
Show us
too.
your teeth. Show us your teeth. Show them what real teeth. Oh, look at that.
Yes, those are some pretty teeth.
They're just natural. You don't bleach those, do you?
No.
Look at that. Strong.
It's called
No.
brushing her entire life. She's keeping them brushed. She didn't
It's
just start
It's
brushing.
called getting them cleaned and checked up regularly. I just went the other day. I mean, and the guy people go in and polish them, but you've got to have them scaled. You've got to have them cleaned. You got to get under the gums. I do all of that. So spend a ton of money doing it, but it keeps you healthy.
Listen, I want you to look out next week for me and Tucker Carlson, and I want you to notice his teeth and see if they're better than Karen's.
I got a set of dentures on layaway.
Oh, by the way, speaking of artists, this is Byron Goggin, our director of images, just putting a little cool together. Enjoy it. See you next week. Love you, Karen. Love you, Red.
I
Love
love
you,
you
Mark.
guys.
Love you
Yeah.
back.
Y'all out there. Love you, girls. Watch this right here. This is bad. It's cool.
Kaleidoscope effects.
It's fucking
Yeah, I like the music.
money. Look what we're doing now, Karen. I promise you, we're getting hipper.
The talent is immenseless on this show.
We're getting there. This shit's free, so share. We're dynamite. That was dynamite.
And don't forget, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. We'll be going live on there as well. And subscribe on Facebook and just check us out.
Studio's getting built. Mark and I are going downtown to the Coney, figure out how we do 2 shows a week, right? Want to thank y'all. For being part of it. And by the way, if you don't agree, we don't gotta hate. We just got talk. Nobody allowed to take anybody off this planet. That's not natural law. That's not God laws. That's not man's law. Let's not be so mad. Just groove. Here's to you, Tony Brown.
I might have to get this soundtrack for the car.
Call Byron. And Luke Nowacki and Home Mortgage. Call Barry Ellen Tuck at ADR. Go to American Coney Island.
And don't forget to order your Coney kit.
Oh, you can get the shirts. They're back up on the Drew and Mike shop
Store.
store. DrewandMikeStore.com. Fix the shit. They're back. Now we'll get off. Good night. Good day. In case I don't see you, good evening. Dude, this shit's funky.
I need a copy of this for the car. I'm not playing.
Byron for a 6'5" white man walk around together. He got some fucking
Yeah, you
chops.
got a lot of groove.
That's a good ass show.
I concur.
This is my favorite part. Oh wait, the Conies were my favorite.
You mean the best in Detroit?
Yeah.
How many times you gotta be told, people? Dana, call me. We'll get a drink.
She might still be recovering after them
I don't hate
two
you, girl.
Bloody Marys.